So, as somebody that played devil's advocate for Captain Marvel for its whole debacle of Hero, her, and the other marketing ploys that would pull, because they don't honestly care about anything. Companies, all they care about is money, much like the meme that's been going around of, so what made you change your logo to rainbow for the Pride Month? Money. That was my thoughts of the whole debacle. And now X-Men is apparently going down that route, and it's the first one being done by Disney, or the first one being held by Disney. So this could have actually been something that was shot and requested by them, because it has been being known for a couple months. Even when they went back for reshoots, it was known that Disney was going to be owning them soon. So it could have been a request for them to actually add this line. And it is a shame that something so minuscule may tarnish the reputation of these films, which, along with Spider-Man, the original from 2002, the first X-Men film, started the whole comics movie revolution, or whatever you want to call it, renaissance, with its first film, making showing people that comic movies can be good and not like Superman Quest for Peace and all that, or Batman and Robin, the stuff it had become. And you could definitely tell it was probably something, or just like with what's her face, Brie Larson and her deleted scene, it could have been a request from Jennifer Lawrence, because Jennifer Lawrence is also one of the woke people in Hollywood, as well as Sophie Turner, the girl playing Jean Grey in these movies for now, because obviously Disney is going to do the rebooting when they add them to the MCU. So this is the last time you're going to see these characters as these people. But anyways, both of them are on the woke train, and you can see constant interviews about that if you don't believe me. So now let's look at the scene in question. For some reason, it started in the middle.
That's enough, boys and girls.
And yes, it does go on like a regular old X-Men scene right until the line.
An incredibly brave thing. They've once again proved to humanity exactly why they need us. People like yourselves. The President sends his regards as well as his heartfelt gratitude. And as for myself, I've never been prouder. Enjoy yourselves. You certainly deserve it. In fact, you all do. No more class at the end of the day. Jean? You gave us quite a scare out there. How are you feeling?
Actually, I feel fine.
Hank? Yeah. Will you take a look at Jean? Standard medical for anyone injured in the field.
You know, the president was almost sending his condolences. She should be dead.
Thankfully, she's not. I basically did everything. I mean, Jean did a little, like, towards the end. But it was mostly all me.
From that scene alone, from how he acts about it, the whole cool guy, I'm going to guess that he probably falls apart when the Dark Phoenix attacks the plane, because that's the scene that happens before this, and the little synopsis they did of it. So I think they're probably playing that off for laughs, like he probably screams for mommy or something.
You put us in danger, Charles. You put those kids in danger.
They're not kids anymore, Raven. And I care about their safety just as much as you do.
Are you sure about that? Because we're taking bigger and bigger risks. And for what? Please, tell me it's not your ego. Being on the cover of magazines, getting a medal from the president. You like it, don't you?
As opposed to being hunted and despised, well, actually I do. It's all just a means to an end, Raven.
What end is that?
Keeping us safe. You should understand better than anyone that we're only ever one bad day away from them starting to see us as the enemy again.
So what?
Days of Future Past, reminding the bitch of that.
We wear matching costumes and smile in pictures
That
to make
is a
everyone
small
feel
price
safe?
to pay for keeping the peace.
By risking our people to save theirs.
Yes, yes.
It's funny. I can't actually remember the last time you were the one risking something.
Age of Apocalypse. That's the last time that he risked something because he was pulled to be one of the horsemen. She obviously doesn't remember how many years ago Age of Apocalypse was in this timeline.
And by the way, the women are always saving the men around here. You might want to think about changing the name to X-Women.
And that is going to be the line that the franchise will be known for all of eternity. Not the great stuff, not like the I consider it garbage, but but everybody else loves it. Logan. It will be that line. You should consider changing the name to X-Women. And because how stupid and cringy it is. Because she was the one that came up with the word X-Men. She knows that it means, like mankind, humans, the X gene is in the people. And so it basically throws that rotation out. I mean, you can tell this was written by somebody. And the sad thing is, you remember how everybody reacted to X-Men The Last Stand? How they all hated it? Even though I thought it was enjoyable enough. I thought it was a C. The same person that wrote X-Men The Last Stand wrote Dark Phoenix. So the guy that wrote it the last time the fans hated it is writing it again. Don't believe me? Check Google. It will tell you, or IMDb, it will tell you exactly who wrote both scripts for these films. And, I probably enjoyed most of the X-Men films, if you take away all the rated R ones. Because I'm not a comic fan of the X-Men. The only thing in the X-Men I know about them was from the 1990s cartoon. And then these movies. But just in that one little sentence of hers alone, the little temper tantrum that Mystique had, she complains about Charles not going into the field. He's paralyzed from the waist down from in the field during First Class. He was in the field during Days of Future Past. He was in the field during Apocalypse. So every X film that this particular Charles has been in, he's been in the field. And then she complains that, the women do most of the work. In Apocalypse, yes. Jean did the work. She's the one that killed Apocalypse. In Days of Future Past, no, that was mostly Wolverine with a little help from Kitty, so it was a dual effort. It was both. And it was all her fault, that movie. And then in First Class, once again, it was mostly her fault. And it was Charles doing the work. And Hank and, all the other cast members. And Quicksilver did a little bit for Days of Future Past. And he's the one that got everybody out of the mansion during the apocalypse when it was blown up. So, yeah. A really stupid and cringy scene. They probably should have waited for this to be in the movie so it would be forgotten. Once again, I highly doubt these marketing people know or they do know what they're doing because people are talking about it. Because before, most people just were going to probably skip this movie and not care about it. No one's going to talk about it except for how horrible the trailers look or how they can't wait for the X-Men to be in the MCU. Now people are going to talk about it. People are going to share the story. It's going to get them their clicks and their views. And probably not the ones they want. But hey, I'm not a marketing person. But if I was, I definitely would have not shown this scene, like, shown the one before, shown them being attacked by the Dark Phoenix in space. Because that's in the trailer that's shown after this clip. What are your thoughts down below? Like, dislike, and hey, have a good one.